Unfortunately, the flood water is going to be around for a long time, and sooner or later you might run into a situation where you need to drive through some deep water. But I wouldn't recommend doing that because you have no idea if the road's washed away underneath, plus you might do a lot of damage to your car, such as this. Your engine uses a mixture of fuel and air to run it, and the air comes in through an intake system such as this. Comes through the air filter, through this housing, and right into the engine. Well, guess what's going to happen if water gets up this high? That's right, water is going to go inside the engine. Not only will you be stranded right there, but you're probably going to do some damage as well. Fluids such as transmission fluid and gear oil can become contaminated if you get into water that's too deep. Once water's gotten in and mixed with those fluids, they need to be replaced immediately to avoid some serious damage. Another nasty problem comes when you get flood water on the inside of the car, and as you can see, it doesn't have to be that deep to get inside the floorboard of the car. And you might think that you just need to clean the water out and clean the carpets, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. When water gets inside the car, the first thing you have to do is get that water out. You remove the seats, pull the carpet back, and then most times there's a plug down in the bottom of the floor that you can open up and let that water drain out of the interior. After the flood water is out of the car, you might think you can just clean the carpets pretty easily, but actually that flood water is really inside of even the cushion behind the carpet. Most times that carpet has to be completely stripped out of the car and cleaned, and many times you have to just replace it. The worst thing that happens is the electronics underneath the car get ruined when flood water is inside the car, so they're junk. Also, all the wiring coming underneath the seats and in the door jambs will corrode over time from having that flood water inside the car. So obviously there are a lot of reasons not to drive into a flooded area, but another thing you need to be concerned about is that a lot of used cars are going to be coming on the market over the next year or so that might have flood damage. So make sure you get a car checked out by a pro before you buy it, just to make sure it has not been in a flood. For Channel 6 News, I'm Jim Champion, the Auto Guy.